So we're
rolling.
We're rolling.
Oh my God! Is this a podcast right now?
Well, it's not really anything.
Am
right
I visible?
But
on camera? Where should I look?
In general.
Should I look over there?
Should we look at the camera? This is our first podcast, video cat. Well, if it's just going to be video.
We're YouTubers now.
We're YouTubers.
I would like everybody to look in separate directions. Somebody look that direction. I'll look over here.
So this is our first video. Yeah, we have to make the rules right now.
Let's do it.
So, do we look at the camera or we look at each other?
Everyone must remain fully clothed.
Number one.
Well, it's hard not to look at Rocco sometimes when he starts talking. So I'm going to look over at Rocco.
I'm a magnet. I'm a magnet if you touch it.
20 minutes will just be spent looking at this guy.
No biting.
Okay.
No hitting below the belt.
Okay with that. Speaking of belts, this is your home.
This is my home. This is my home, and we're drinking Stone Cold Steve Austin margaritas. Everyone except for Rocco.
I had a stomach bug this week. And
Yeah,
I'm still too queasy. Just the smell of that is giving me flashbacks to my rough night a couple nights ago. But ordinarily, the Stone Cold margaritas.
Right. We'll put the recipe for the Stone Cold margaritas in the comment section below.
What gives it its namesake?
Because Stone Cold Steve Austin come up with the recipe.
You're going to share his recipe then?
I'm going to share his recipe.
You're fully at liberty to do so?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got off a website.
Wait a minute, is
this
this not the Stone Cold Steve Austin fan podcast? I thought that's what we were doing.
Well, I mean,
it can be.
It can be anything. It can be anything we want to do.
So far, it's the Stone Cold.
Whatever
Broken
fan
Home
podcast
Ranch.
you want every week.
I mean, we don't have a sponsor yet, so right now it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold.
This is it.
Looking at you, pal.
Boy, he's going to quickly just tell us no after this.
Yeah. So we are the Fun Uncles. I'm Chris. I am... Fun Uncles.
Chris setting the rule. He looked at the camera.
Let's do it.
Fun Uncles.
When we're talking to the YouTubers, we should look at the YouTubers.
Right.
So, I'm 32, photographer. This is what we do on Sunday nights. We get together and watch wrestling.
Not every Sunday.
Some Sundays.
This is an
some
excuse to do
Wednesdays.
Right. I mean, it could be a terrible wrestling card, which most of them are, but we still like to get together and,
Gives us an
shoot
excuse
shit.
as middle-aged men and men who are creeping into middle age.
Yeah.
Middle age by default.
I mean,
middle age adjacent.
we don't bowl or get together and play sports or anything like that, so this is kind
We
of
watch
what we do.
men pretend to
But we
fight.
could bowl. Why don't we bowl?
We could.
Okay,
I don't
what
want
about
to.
like the clubs, like going to bars? When did that all end with you all? Because that's not something we would ever say, like, hey, let's go get a drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think
that
would
would
be in public that much.
Just recently, actually.
especially
I guess since, I'm 42, had my kid 2.5 years ago, so I would say 2.5 years ago was kind of when it
I'll tell you what, I'm 41 now. By the time I was 21, I was tired of bars. Because once I was allowed to be there, a lot of the thrill was gone.
Oh.
Let me it's not like I was going to like bars all night. It was like a once every 2 or 3 week kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I wasn't staying there.
But we all know those people that's the meetup place. It's like after work, you guys want to go get a drink. You know? And that's exhausting,
I can't
right?
do it anymore. No, because I can't do it anymore. I can't deal with the crowd that goes there anymore. It's too young. I went with a couple of buddies like 2 weeks ago to a bar. Everybody there was like 21, and I felt creepy just being in the bar. I got one friend who was loving it, and everybody knows who it is, but I'm not going to say it. But
Terrence, yes.
Yeah.
Where is Carl right now?
That's a good question.
He'd be great addition.
So should we finish the intros?
Sure. Yeah, but I want to go back to the bar thing. So
okay.
Let's finish intros.
I was born in the bar.
Conceived in the bar. You probably weren't born in the bar.
I don't know about
During happy hour.
I don't remember.
That's a new tell of Jesus.
It was a very happy hour.
I don't know what happened. I'm a Rocco Jerome, 41, Scorpio, carbon-based life form, lover, not a fighter, made out of mashed potatoes and butter.
All right.
Made out of much. There's so much to unpack.
Yeah. You going over me? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm James. I'm 36. I'm Rocco's birthday brother.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get too deep into myself. I'm just going to pass it over to Josh and just let it go.
You all share birthdays. That's what you mean by birthday brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. What'd you think it meant?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard that term. I've heard of like Eskimo brother.
How about you just go ahead and just quit being hard
that
on
too.
James here. All right?
Yeah, James.
Sorry, James.
I'm trying to introduce myself, and you just already made it.
No, the problem is
that,
with me.
man.
The
Yeah.
problem is with me.
I'm Josh.
Say your
I'm
name, man.
42. I'm a graphic designer, art director, whatever, photographer, social media person, that's the worst thing. But yeah, this is my house. These are my belts.
He's yet to defend any of them.
Rub it in. That's what I was gonna say.
Hey, you know,
The champ. All right.
the
The
WWE shop
champ.
is open 24/7,
Champ.
365.
Yep.
I don't want to hear your excuses anymore.
My name's Matt. One thing I noticed about myself today was I spent a lot of time reading when I'm in the shower, I spend an inordinate amount of time reading the foreign language on the shower shampoo bottles. Because it's always like the regular language, that's probably problematic, but English,
All right.
and then this French. And I just sit there and just read the French.
Are you buying Canadian shampoo or?
It's my
No,
wife.
it's on there. It's on
You
there.
know,
So-
but there's always multiple
Because and I know that because the Old Spice men's shower gel, which I recently stopped using because somebody pointed out that it makes you smell like you're 14 years old.
Old
says
Spice.
gel douche
Yeah.
Exactly.
on it.
And I keep on seeing those words.
In Canada.
So wait, if you wear
doesn't
Old
mean
Spice,
that.
and if you use the Old Spice shower gel, it makes you smell like you're 14 years
They
old.
just said all shower gel is like I shouldn't be using.
I still use shower.
Who
gel.
said that?
Yeah, you're 30 something though. I'm 41.
Well, hell yeah! I used
Well,
Old
so what
Spice
do you
shower
use?
gel earlier.
What do you use now? Bar soap?
I use that really natural made vegan soap I was telling you about.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So never
I
mind.
smell sort of like patchouli.
Just
like.
lumps of coal.
There's some coal in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Oh
coal in
yeah,
it.
activating coal.
Yeah.
There's like there's one that's it's like sort of an orange citrus smell. The night that we came over to your house, I told Josh about it, and I was like, I smell really good tonight. I'm gonna make a good impression on Matt's wife and his new friends because I got it.
And then we went to O'Charlie's,
Yeah.
and then we smelled like fried
All,
chicken.
it all
so,
mixed together.
so-
An amazing thing happened that night, though.
What?
You want to tell that story?
what
When we went to go get coffee.
Mm-hmm.
what happened?
Well, so
That was not amazing.
that bad?
I guess not. Never mind.
Starbucks?
No,
That's
I'm sorry.
ruined.
I'm sorry.
Now you'll know what I
happened.
say in a second here. You're just nervous because there's a camera on.
3.
I'm not
There's
nervous.
lights. It feels like.
No one's gonna see this. I'm not
I've
nervous.
actually completely
one's
forgot
gonna
it
watch
because
it.
of the Stone Cold Margarita at this
Well,
point. so-
that's-
Yeah,
No one's gonna watch this. So
that
it's
helped.
fine.
It definitely helped.
So that's the end of the show.
So what happened?
We were going through,
Yeah.
and the young lady came along and was like, "Hello, welcome to Honey Brothers. How can I help you?" And you ordered what you wanted, and then I said, "I think that woman is probably like she's got black hair, and I bet that she's like she's got a certain kind of shape to her."
Wait, what
And
was
you
it?
said, "No, I think she's more like a mousy girl with blonde hair." Do you remember this?
I
Sam?
do. I do now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we pulled around and saw the window, and sure enough, what did we see? We saw a blonde, kind of a mousy girl, and we saw a black-haired girl with a certain kind of shape.
What kind of shape?
Somehow,
Who won?
somehow we
Yeah,
knew.
What's the shape?
Like a triangle?
It was a certain kind of shape.
She was
Pear? What?
Yeah.
No,
What are we
she
talking about here?
she had a nice shape.
Some shape.
Octagon. Yeah.
Hexagon.
She had a certain kind of shape.
It was the shape we were
But
thinking
we
about.
were able to somehow use
Yeah.
our Jedi mind powers to be able to just be like, oh, wow, that's who those women are.
So that was the amazing thing. I
And
forgot
Josh
about
got it on
Guest
the,
star, everybody. Mrs. Pearl.
oh, man, this podcast is really going great.
Yeah. This is great.
Cats.
So should we return to the bars?
Did new
So-
Matt talk yet?
Oh, he.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
he
had the
did.
shampoo
No, I
bit.
forgot you
The
existed.
shampoo.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm emotional too. I have feelings.
You almost cried when you said that.
I'm just saying, dude. You think you're the only one that has feelings around here?
See, I barely can read shampoo bottles. Like as soon as I hit 40,
Yeah.
that shit was real. Like I can't see very good close up anymore.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it was like I went to the eye doctor when I was 40, and my eye doctor was like, "So do you need some bifocals?" Yeah. I was like, what are you talking
Oh,
about?
my God.
And it was 2 or 3 weeks later.
You're a
I was like,
walker?
whoa.
Man,
So-
Did you get the fingers up the ass at the same time?
At the eye doctor?
Well, when you turn 40.
Oh no, they don't do that anymore.
Really?
Yeah, so
Oh.
anybody worried about that? They don't do that anymore. My doctor's like, unless you have a family history of it,
Okay.
Huh.
you don't have to do that. Now you
So
get a
you get an
colonoscopy when
option.
you're 50.
Okay.
That was a lot of uncomfortable trips to the doctor for a lot of guys for no good reason. I
Yeah.
guess.
Like, when you're 40, yo.
So
You know,
yeah,
it's
I
a
was like,
choice.
I went in totally like, oh, this is gonna happen today. This is gonna happen
Would
today.
you
Yeah.
say? Would you say that you enjoy being this age?
Um,
Like, do you wake up in the morning like, oh, well,
no,
I'm
I
not
just,
20 something anymore.
no, I don't even pay
I'm
like.
too old for the slip and slide.
No, not really.
I tell you what, man, I love being this age. Part of me was always 41 years old.
Well, having a
It's
kid
like
when I
it's
was
all paying out.
having a
Yeah.
kid when I was 40
Yeah.
made a big difference. So
Well, I don't have a kid.
To keep you young.
to keep me young, for sure, I have to keep up with him, and so, I have to do yoga
I
and get on the
feel
floor.
like So I really enjoy being in my 40s, and I feel like I sort of have been able to enjoy every phase of life that I've been at. But I like this because I'm out of most demographics. If a movie comes out, I don't like it. It's like, oh, you didn't make it for me. I'm 40.
Yeah.
I don't have that. It's not even incumbent upon me.
I
to
guess
have
that
an
is true
opinion.
because you're not in the 18 to 35,
Yeah.
wherever they go.
It frees me from having to have an opinion about a lot of things. And the true reason that I feel that demographic is so valuable is that those are people who tend to spend money
But
with a certain
they've
looseness
changed
that
that
I
now,
don't.
because I think they're counting 18 to 49.
Yeah. Well, I know voting.
So you're still in that demographic.
I'm still out. I'm still out as far as I'm concerned. I'm cashed out.
Well, see, Chris, you're 32, right?
32.
But you've been hanging out with us for 15 years.
15, yeah. I was 17.
So you've always been hanging out with
I met you
people
guys.
10 years older than
Yeah.
you.
Which I always did before.
Yeah,
17, I got an account on Suicide Girls.
I remember. Yeah,
I went to the
Man, I thought this was-
Kentucky group, and well, it's not porn. It was
No.
just alternative,
it's very tasteful.
tasteful
I
model.
like where this is going, is all I'm saying.
And I went to the Kentucky group, and I found this guy.
Yeah,
And
Oh, wow, I didn't know that at all.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
we were. So
I
we
was
were
friends with a Suicide Girl.
internet
No,
friends.
Yeah, I
So it was
friends
a
with
message
Suicide
for
Girl.
him. It was a message
Yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
it was message board. So it turned out that a bunch of us worked at Jefferson Mall together, which I don't know if anybody watching this is even from Kentucky, but it's a not great mall in
Dirt
town.
mall.
I think
It's a
mall.
dirt
It's a
mall.
dirt mall.
And
It's a
I
fun
became
mall.
friendly with them. I was underage, and next thing I know, I'm hanging out with all these guys
That
that
makes me
are
feel weird.
5 to 10 years older than me.
Was Sean a part of that group?
Sean,
Sean
yeah,
was
Sean was
part
part
of
of
that
that.
group,
So
So he
I'm
worked at Sunglass Hut, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
he worked there. I was at GameStop at that point.
So but you moved over. Did you move over to Suncoast at one
I
point?
did.
Okay.
I got fired from GameStop, and moved over to Suncoast.
And none of those stores probably exist anymore.
No. They're all gone.
The GameStop's about to be gone.
GameStop.
Suncoast
Is
is
it?
gone.
Mm.
Sunglass
GameStop
Hut.
is making all the money on the toys now, right?
Yeah.
Not really video games so much. It's
Yeah.
more like a toy
That's
store.
what pretty much everybody's like FYE.
Well, FIU bought Suncoast, and then
Uh,
they had to turn into the nerd toy store.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't even really sell.
They have
DVDs
one
or
aisle
CDs
of-
now.
CDs and
Yeah.
DVDs and everything else.
I think they offer fine products.
Yeah.
FYE.
Are you searching for a sponsorship? Okay, I see the angle. I see the angle.
Sponsored
Okay, so
by
that's not.
FYE.
Yeah, because it's not getting one from GameStop because they're gonna close probably.
So
soon
very
anyways.
soon, yeah.
So that's not gonna work.
Yeah, no one buys physical media anymore. It's all
Yeah.
downloaded
That's what works.
somewhere.
So back to the bar. I just don't like being in places with a lot of people now.
Yeah,
that
man.
happened overnight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you people already act up in public in ways that I wish they wouldn't. And
Yeah.
then you add alcohol, right?
Right.
And like I was saying, like when people my age started showing up in bars when I was 21, I was going to bars when it was like not cool to have a camera in a bar.
Huh.
Like if you had a camera in a bar and you were taking pictures of people, you damn well have better that better be your bar.
Now the bar's Facebook Live.
Right.
You know, it's
So
like
why would anybody be taking a camera in a bar? What was the angle there? I mean,
There was one time that I remember because this stood out in my mind.
yeah.
I used to go to the Hideaway Saloon.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that place.
Bardstown
Yeah.
Road. And the deal was I was hanging out with the people that were older than me that were my friends at that time. I was friends with a bunch of 30-somethings. And I was this greaser kid right out of school. And this was an easy way for me to go to a bar and drink every week and be okay. Because it's like we ran that place because of this bluegrass night that they had. I didn't even like bluegrass. I was waiting for it to grow on me.
It
which
never did.
happened. And to this day, if I hear that ding, 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 like I'm just like, can't, gotta turn the channel. I can't hear banjo. But anyway, I would go in there and sit in the corner. We had Rocco's Corner. And I would hang out with all these 30-something women. And I would get hammered on Budweiser beer out of a pitcher. Which was like $7, as I recall. Well, I was a kid, so I would just bounce right.
Fun fact: I've never had Budweiser.
Really?
I can't recommend
Just
it.
Bud Light?
Start now.
Never had
That's so
Budweiser.
crazy.
There's no reason
But again, to
start
the
now.
camera point,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just
Well,
such
so I
it's such
remember that there
random
was
thing.
a night that we were in there and somebody brought a camera, and it was like the woman behind the bar was like, "Hey guys, I just want to let you know, we usually don't let cameras in here, but you guys are special because I know this is your night."
Yeah.
So there's all these pictures of me like with cigarettes and like just
I
truly
don't.
hammered.
Before cell phone cameras, I don't really remember a lot of people bringing cameras into bars, but I never thought it was a thing.
It was frowned upon, and I remember
because
other
most people just didn't
situations.
have cameras. I mean, we
Yeah.
had like the disposable
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
I remember one time being at a place where it was like this series of these rockabilly shows, and somebody from the Courier Journal came to take pictures, and people were like mad about it. Like, I'm in here getting drunk, having fun, and this woman's got a camera.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh no, it's okay. I'm going to put you in the paper and make you look cool." Like before, there was just things were different before.
There's no way
They
to
were.
make a
Well,
drunk person
that's a
look
good
cool in the
point.
paper, though. There's no way.
Yeah, well, they weren't savvy enough to know that,
Yeah.
James. And there's a bunch of pictures of people like,
Dude, I actually did a piece on this little dive bar called Vic's Cafe, Southern Indiana. We're talking 6 months ago. And I took my camera in there, and I'm basically taking pictures of the food and the alcohol, and I'm doing a story on them, right? And I remember there was a guy that had probably been drinking there since the 60s, and he's in one of my shots, right? And I'm seeing motion to the bartender. He goes, "Come here." And he goes, "Tell that kid no." You know what I mean? He did not want his photo taken. And it's just like one of those moments, just like, relax. I'm not taking pictures of you, dude. You know what I mean? So that's kind of interesting now
"That's
that you
his
mentioned
place.
that.
That's
Yeah,
his place
yeah.
to go and feel free and safe." From
But you know what?
whatever he's
when they
got
see
going
the
on.
photos, they're usually like, "Oh, that's so awesome. That's so good."
Yeah.
But that's just a byline, really.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be that when you're in a bar, it was like that phrase "club." To say you're at a club, that was kind of what it felt like. And I feel like I saw the very tail end
Same.
of those. And by the time people my age would show up, they were like, "Wow, we're going to get hammered." And I'm like sobering up as they're ramping up and falling down drunk. And it's like, wow, this is...
So now the only places we drink are right here and O'Charlie's
That's it.
O'Charlie's bars through
Yeah.
the week. Through the week.
Yeah.
No weekends.
I don't even want to go out on the weekend. Yeah. I think weekends are for suckers. I don't really want to go anywhere that people...
As I get older, I have this feeling that I'm kind of chasing the buzz of those moments still, though. So if you were to say, "Hey, let's go out to a bar," I would initially be like, "Yeah, man."
We're gonna get just hammered.
I'd be like so stoked. Like, for instance, the Jericho show that's coming to town, Fozzy. You don't want to go.
No, absolutely
You've been
not.
absolutely. And when that show came out, I was like, "Oh, that'd be something me and Rocky can go to and get fucking hammered, and it'll be
I'm
great."
afraid not.
Yeah.
Afraid that's not going to happen for you.
And you were immediately, you shot it down. You're like, "I'm not going out there."
I'm not doing it.
I kind of wanted to go.
I will still
I'll
go.
go, yeah.
So I know what's gonna happen, and then you said,
I'm not
so
raining
that's
on your
it.
parade. If you want to go, you should go.
So
Yeah,
where's
there's
this?
You're
four.
an interesting
Guys.
guy because I also had the same fantasy about you going to the cruise, which you
I-
immediately
you-
shot.
You did
Because
quit
I'm thinking
I
about
love
these
that. I love that you have fantasies about rock.
Hey, listen, Mark David Chapman, I need you to reel this in. I'm just a guy, all right?
No, I
Part
get
of
it now.
the group.
Moving on, trust
Part
me.
of the group.
So
No, I
Matt's
get
got this
it.
weird romance with Rocket.
I'm just a little bummed that he doesn't
I just thought Rocky
I don't
was
know
like
why he's
one of those
not.
guys who'd be
Prefer that they do.
down to still
Yeah,
chase
well,
that buzz.
15
you know?
years ago, before I had pills, I would have been right there with you.
I understand
Now,
completely.
I'm
I
like,
get it.
I'm good.
Prescribed
But
pills.
the thing
Yeah,
is,
clear
I
up.
know that if I go
Pharmaceuticals that have been written out to me by
to your name.
my name.
medical things, we all
Oh,
have
yeah.
medical things.
Yeah.
No, this is fine.
Is that...
No, our
the
light's
signal?
fine. Our light's fine.
No, it's
Oh,
okay.
you need it.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
good. We're good.
That's like the old signal, like a teacher would do that when it's time for the kids to play. Like that's like just.
I guess my point though
part
is,
of my
I
brain.
know that if I go to that Fozzy show, that I'm gonna go and I want to party and have a great time, and I know I'm gonna get there and be like, "Oh, why did I come?" And I know if I go to this stupid cruise, I'm gonna freaking regret it.
No,
you know what
it's
I
gonna
mean?
It's gonna be.
You
I'm
You
gonna
might
be
get the
like,
coronavirus,
dude,
it's
Rocco
gonna
is
be
right. Rocco's right. He's one of my
No.
seconds.
I think you're reading a lot more into it than is necessary.
There's nothing to read into. I'm just telling you how I feel. I'm just telling you I know how I feel. I know that I would get there and I'd be like, I miss my wife and I miss my kid and why am I here? Because I don't. Sometimes I don't.
That's
You
guilt,
talk
man.
about being
Yeah.
in places that you don't relate to people. You know, being at the comic conventions, sometimes I feel very out of place. Being at wrestling shows, I just don't really fit in with a lot of them. You know what I mean? I
All
don't.
you need is like 2 hours. in a
Exactly.
wrestling show, and that's usually.
We'll be stuck.
I mean,
on
that's
that
how,
cruise.
that's how I feel every time we go to wrestling shows or we do anything like that. Like when we went to the AEW thing,
In Chicago, yeah.
I hated being there because I hated every freaking person that was there, and I love wrestling more than most.
And on the flip side, we were sitting on my couch watching it and had a great time.
Yeah, man, blast.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
So
this-
this,
this is about
being
3/4
around
through the-
other fans,
Yeah,
like people that like the same thing you like, and
Yeah.
kind of like. I always talk about when I was in my late teens and 20s, we had a family dog who only was around us. And whenever she was around dogs, she had like this like existential crisis. Like, I'm like one of you?
Yeah.
I thought I was a people.
Yeah.
And when you're around other people that like the same stuff as you, and they're like, Finn Balor is the greatest professional wrestler of all times.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just because
Yeah.
we've been around them all weekend, but we'd also been, there and out and about all day with these people. I was just like, yeah, I'm
I'm
tired.
over that shit.
I'm over.
Yeah, I'm over it,
I'm
man.
over these people.
Right.
I just want to go.
Yeah, I had that.
So being trapped on a boat with them.
Yeah, well, you
So-
get somebody behind you calling the match for you the whole time when you're trying to watch it. It drives you
Yeah.
insane.
And that fan base overlaps certain other little, I don't know if subgenre is the word, but I'm just saying, in the wrestling fan, in that Venn diagram, it's like furries, wrestling fan. You know what I mean? There's overlaps
little
there.
separation.
I would love
And
to
you
Video
get
games.
mixed into that.
I'd
I don't
to
wanna
go to
be in
a
that.
convention and See that, man.
What's that?
I want to go to a convention and see like a furry dressed up as Macho Man or somebody walking around. That would be entertaining as hell.
Yeah, you're totally
Macho
right.
Ram, Randy Mavish.
That'd be worth it.
Macho Ram.
Yeah, that's
I'd
what
love
it
to
is.
see that. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so it's
That
that,
person
and it's
doesn't
also like
exist.
the
That
they
person
probably
exists.
is the
He
Venn
will see.
diagram of My Little Pony.
That said, I
Man.
would still like to go on that cruise, though.
I think it's going to be
I
a great
just love
time.
cruises anyway.
Yeah.
No.
And
Same.
My
my
only,
wife's just telling me no.
And off camera, no.
Off-camera
Shut
wife.
down.
get in here. What are you doing?
My
over
off-camera
there?
wife is telling me no about the cruise, but
I went on
It's gonna be
cruises when I was in
great,
my
though.
teens,
you
like
know,
in the middle of the school.
I was telling her during the day
Yeah.
she will have her pick of any chair
Yeah.
because these guys are not going to be out there sunbathing.
No.
Well, yeah. Look at us right here. Do I look like somebody that sunbathes? No.
Absolutely not.
The yoga class, there's going to be plenty of room
Yeah,
in
there's
that.
going to
There's a
be
yoga
anything you
class.
want to do.
DDP
in the
yoga?
daytime.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be packed.
It's
You
going to be
can do
great.
yoga with DDP.
I can't wait. I'm ready to
Is that an extra
put my
fee?
deposit down.
Yeah,
I think
No,
it's
it's all included.
and it's in the winter, so it's a good
It's going to
break.
be great.
yeah.
So the only reason I really want to go is just to hang out with you guys.
Of course.
And,
Except Rocco.
That's all I want
Rocco's not
to
gonna
do.
go.
I feel like I missed out on that part of my life.
I never got to
because-
go to shows or anything.
Well, I never did the spring break stuff or anything. So I was homeschooled for high school, so I missed out on all of that. I went to a community college, so I missed out on all the dorm parties and stuff. And then right as I was in community college, I started hanging out with these guys who were so much older than me. So I missed out on all of that.
To be honest, your house was a frat house for about
it
a
was.
decade.
Yeah.
It was. I did have.
So-
I had the house
That's
party,
true.
the party house.
I've never been to a major wrestling promotion taping or show.
Oh, wow.
I've never been to
Fun.
WWE
It is
show.
fun.
Oh, really? Like at all?
My parents wouldn't take me as a kid, and then when I
You know
got
what's fun about it is that you kind of get that feeling of like what it must have been like to be a kid on like the Howdy Doody show or something. Because when it's almost time to go on TV, they come out and do things to get you thinking.
Yeah.
the
To
hype,
get you to act the right way.
They'll play
Okay.
videos
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
get you going.
Like I remember
It's a
that
television program.
the first one I ever went to was that Judgment Day years ago, and Vince McMahon came out first. Was like, all of you people are just like The Rock, and everybody's like, yeah, because The Rock was the most older guy in the world. at the time.
I'm the Rock.
And yeah, and he was like, and by that I mean that you're all garbage, just like him, and boo! And then they went to TV. TV came on right then, and everybody's like, nah, yelling and screaming at Vince McMahon.
Well, the
That's
thing
so
is,
cool.
the TV only comes around once a year around here, so it's like, even if it's like the last SmackDown. Well, we won't talk about that last
Yeah.
SmackDown.
That's
But,
We
uh,
should. We've got a few minutes left. We should
I
end
got
on
a
that.
bunch of them.
All right, we'll end on
I
this.
think we should end on that.
Let's
So
let's put it here. We were at we were at Feast. We were eating barbecue. We were having a great early spring.
It was good, yeah.
Early
Yeah.
spring
It was
afternoon.
early May. It was just right past.
We finished our dinner. We hopped on some birds.
Birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Hopped
you don't
on
know what a
some
bird
scooters.
is, it's the same as a lime, whatever. It's a little scooter.
Yeah, rental scooters.
So Rocco's first time on a bird. James, was it for your first time on a bird?
Yeah, but I was good, man. I
We
didn't
were-
try
Chris
that
and I had
stuff.
been on one of all twice.
Yeah.
We were pros at this point.
Pros. We hit the skate park back.
Yeah.
At
So
Derby
and I'll let Rocco take it from here.
I nearly died on a bird scooter on Main Street. And the thing about those things was that the first time I saw somebody doing that was maybe like 2 months previous, and I was like, why would anyone ever do that?
Yeah.
And then the more I saw people doing it and hearing people doing it and escaping with their lives, and like, you guys are doing it, but like a lot of people I know were on those things. And I'm like, yeah, okay, why not? 40 years old, 300 pounds,
What's
I
the
can
worst
do
that
that.
can happen?
Yeah, you know, why not? And the funny thing is that when, I don't mean funny ha-ha, but like funny odd, is that when there's nothing around you when you're on it, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, cool, look, and I'm all like on market, like doing little twists and turns.
Yeah, you
like,
get
I'm like,
cocky.
yeah, this is cool. But then when you're driving and there's, and there's parked cars and moving cars, that's when it starts to get a little bit shaky.
Right.
And,
Well, James and I get to the arena,
yeah.
get ready to go in, and we're like, well, there should be 10 minutes later.
So we're 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
We're 2 blocks. I'm going to talk to the camera.
No, you don't have to do that. Tell me. I haven't heard
So,
this
so
before.
we're 2 blocks away. So we only had to travel about a mile.
Yeah.
So we get so close.
Which is
And
also where it's like, you know.
the problem with the bird scooters is when you're on them, you have to be on them and you have to be going. If you slow down, that's when they start to get wobbly.
Yeah, which I
so
didn't think about that.
Rocco's a little nervous to really give it his all.
Yeah.
So we're going, and we go 1 block and we're fine. We go 2 blocks, we're fine. We get 3 blocks and it's a little shaky.
We'll shake it.
And we start to get catcalled. People
This
start
guy's
to
like,
yell
don't
at
fall!
and somebody yells at Rocco, "Don't fall,"
Oh, yeah.
which distracts him to the point that
I
he
didn't really.
looks
I don't
over,
think I was really too.
starts
distracted.
shaking.
I was trying to stop. I was trying to not. I just laughed at that guy. I wasn't worried
Yeah.
about that guy. I was trying to
They
stop
jinxed you.
before. Believe me, I'm not trying to act like I'm cool or something in the way that I fell off.
We have 1 minute,
The
so
bird's
Yeah.
let's get to it.
But fell, bit through my lip, chipped a tooth, and ground the bejesus out of my knees. We're almost a year later,
Yeah,
and they're both still pretty much
Some
about
massive
yeah.
legs.
But you know what? I had my knees would crack and pop before that. They don't anymore. And,
So, well,
so we
There you go.
skipped the
Fix
show and we spent.
Chris is a good friend. We went to the ER.
James and I are not good friends.
Yeah.
We stay.
No, I told you guys. I told all you guys. I was like, I'll Uber
Kinda
to
wish
the
we
ER.
skipped it.
I kind of
Ended up being
terrible
a lame show. We had more fun.
Yeah, it was a terrible.
And you know
show.
how I know that for sure? Because I ended up not having to pay the bill. So it was a free trip to the ER. And I even got my deductible back. And
So in all,
I will never, ever get on a bird scooter ever again. Don't ride bird scooters
That's how the
if you're
fun
40
uncles
years
roll.
old and you think that you
All
can
right,
do it.
and that's it. That's our first episode. Hope you guys had fun.
we'll see if there's another.
Maybe totally different.
Done. We filled 30 minutes.